Intuitively, we regard exponentiation as the engine of growth. 2 squared becomes 4, 10 cubed becomes 1,000. We expect that more power means more size. But intuition fails when we cross into the complex plane. What happens when the transcendental constant pi is raised to the imaginary unit I? And what is the imaginary I raised to the power of pi? Do these constants explode toward infinity? Do they collapse into nothingness? Or do they reveal a hidden geometric trap? To solve this riddle, we need the most beautiful equation in mathematics, Euler's formula. It tells us that raising the number e to an imaginary power doesn't create size. It creates rotation. It maps the number line onto the unit circle. The magnitude is locked at 1. The exponent simply determines the angle. On screen, you see another key identity. Working together with Euler's formula, a to the power b equals e to the b times the natural log of a. Let's apply this to our first candidate, pi raised to I. By converting the base, we see that our rotation angle, theta, is simply the natural log of pi. We expand this using Euler's identity. When we check the magnitude, the absolute value, we find that cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. It hasn't grown at all. Visualizing this, we start at the real axis. Because the magnitude is 1, we don't stretch outward. We simply rotate. And that rotation amount is exactly the natural log of pi. We travel approximately 65.59 degrees along the circumference. This is where pi to the I lives. Not at infinity, but right here. Now, the second challenger, I raised to the power of pi. First, we recall that I itself is just a rotation of 90 degrees, or pi over 2 radians. So when we substitute this back into our exponent, we get a new angle, pi times pi over 2, or pi squared over 2. Again, the magnitude calculation confirms it. The result is exactly 1, but the rotation is much more violent. Pi squared over 2 is roughly 4.93 radians. It spins past 180 degrees, past 270, landing deep in the fourth quadrant at approximately 282 degrees. So here they are. Pi raised to I makes a modest rotation into the first quadrant, while I raised to pi takes a massive spin into the fourth quadrant. Despite their different paths and their different parents, the mathematics of the complex plane reveals their shared destiny. They are both magnitude 1, forever caught in the unit circle trap.